stakes are high with Pisces. You either win big or you lose big. Like moon correlates with feeling. Moon correlates with sensitivity. Pisces, is a water sign like Cancer and Scorpio. Volume is turned up on feeling in Pisces. It is in the other two water signs. You have more sensitivity, which means just in principle, if you have more sensitivity, you're more vulnerable. You can be hurt more easily. Now with Pisces, let's carry this a step further. With Pisces, there's a psychic sensitivity. What does that mean? I'm in a close relationship with someone, let's say, and that person is angry at me, but they haven't said it. Or maybe they're judging me for some reason, like there's something I did that they don't like, but they want to be diplomatic, so they won't say anything. Their attitude is like, that's not my business. I respect that person. So I'm not going to say this. They're radiating on a psychic level, and this is what I pick up, a feeling of judgment towards me or a fear of something I'm doing, a discontent. And on a psychic level, I'm going to feel it. I'm picking that up. Inside of the Pisces moon person, the Pisces person, there's this feeling of a disjunction between the psychic perceptions and the social description of reality, the way other people experience reality. Now, can that drive you to drink? Can that drive a person to want to stick their nose into their cell phones and not connect with reality, with other people? So that's why I was talking about Pisces moon being a high stakes placement, because the collision of the lunar moon, the lunar sensitivity, the Pisces psychic sensitivity is potentially a perfect storm. I have a simple thing to say, like a simple piece of advice. You need to have a spiritual practice. Now that's, I want to dance with that a little, because sometimes when you say to someone you need to, a regular spiritual practice in your life, some people are going to think of religion. Other people are going to think, well, I have to meditate every day. And that's not exactly the point. If someone goes fishing and does that every day, and just stares at the ocean and, they don't really care if they're going to get a fish or not. They're doing something spiritual, even if they don't know, even if they're not. They might look at me like I'm crazy if I say you're doing the Pisces thing, you're being spiritual. They might think I'm a little bit weird. But what is happening with someone when they're like on that boat, or sitting on the seashore, is that they found this stillness inside, this space inside the self that's free of thoughts of that conundrum of, everyday living. If you have a Pisces moon, that's what you need. You need it real badly, because you were born with a level of sensitivity that you didn't know how to handle. And that is definitely not a criticism. The sensitivity that is the perfect storm again of that lunar sensitivity combined with the volume turned up on sensitivity, which is the Pisces. So with these higher harmonics of psychic sensitivity, you pick up on tension in the world. You pick up on sadness and whatever drama people are going through that walk next to you on the street. You might not even pay attention to them, but you're picking up on that, and you can't handle it. I mean, who can handle that? So that's why we speak of winning big or losing big. So some kind of spiritual practice, it can be fishing. No, it can be meditating. I do it with music sometimes. I have a Pisces sun, and when I put on music that I like, it's like I'm connecting with consciousness, and I'm in a place where I'm not identified with my ego. Now, it's not that I'm saying meditation is bad, not at all. It's just important to say that those are not the only ways where people can connect to their spiritual side, and that, where only someone who's meditating and goes to yoga kind of looks down on the other ones that don't, because that's not the only way of being spiritual. And again, it's not like if you're Pisces moon, you have to, step out of your ego and be in that space of consciousness itself all the time. No, because we do live in this world and we have to function, but you have to find time for yourself to be able to be there. Now, lots of times, just given half a chance, that Pisces spiritual practice form will arise naturally. But if it doesn't, we can really start to spin down a dark road of just numbing ourselves, trying to escape from our own sensitivity. And there's lots of ways that we can numb ourselves. So think of a workaholic. We can numb ourselves and escape reality by constantly working. Now, Pisces has a big imagination. So using that imagination, can be that spiritual practice. So treating life as a vision, as a dream, you need that. And the more you feed that, you evolve. The evolutionary underlying point in having such a big Pisces signature in you is that you're ready to make a spiritual breakthrough. You're ready to become identified with the oceanic space inside of you. And there is no greater prize for you if you get it right. But if you crash and burn because of the realities of life, you'll be broken by your own sensitivity. Again, you're playing for high stakes. You have a Pisces moon. It means that your soul is ready to make this breakthrough, and it's a treasure. It's a treasure that you have. And so if you're listening to this astrology video, as a Pisces person, you're feeding that need for spirituality, this loving spaciousness, and experiencing that, on a daily basis, every other day. And then Pisces, the mystic, Pisces, the dreamer, Pisces, the psychic, Pisces, the otherworldly being. It will nourish your soul, and it's the key to your happiness. And then we can go back and do whatever we're doing in this world, in this body, and work with that treasure that we have.